And we're back with Bless the Bitties.
An exclusive Christmas edition.
It's almost there. We got through Thanksgiving.
Okay, I should say holiday edition. Holiday?
Holidays.
Happy holidays.
How say you?
Bitch. A lot of shit has gone down since we decided to put the Bitties on hiatus.
And not for any certain reason other than, god damn.
Shit is getting real. It's getting real.
I mean, there are certain times in your lives where you cannot record a podcast. It's just a lot of work and a lot of work.
Right. But we're back right now. I don't know about you, but I feel like I have a different mindset right now. And it could be the Prosecco.
Oh, bitch, you drinking Prosecco?
I'm fancy.
I think that we've lost a little bit of our zhazhige, or what do they call it?
Je ne sais quoi.
No, what do they call it on the Housewives? Where you zhuzh it up?
What?
You know, the zhazhige?
When have they said that on the Housewives? Now I'm curious. What are you talking about?
You know, when you make something that's like fucking regular and you zhuzh it up. I thought
Drama? No.
we lost a little bit of the El Passion to record podcasts.
No. I wouldn't say we lost the passion. I think just, life got in the way and shit got a little too real.
Well, I think it's the differing schedules that really kind of threw a wrench in the whole process. Because
Word.
I've been doing podcasts with my buddy Greg. You can find We Getting Old. And you are our news girl. And still are. Anytime you want to be.
Thank you.
But when I'm getting out of work at fucking 3:30 or 4 a.m. and you're getting up for work at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
kinda fucks things up.
Yes, exactly. I mean, and that's what I mean by shit's getting real. It's like we're just doing our thing, what we gotta do. And it's not fun for either of us. And we just gotta do it. Because, yeah.
We're doing our things.
I think, as of right now, as of this year, as of probably next year, I can continue just like trying to power through. And then like I want to retire at 38.
Well, I'm 38 and so that's a shot.
I'm just tired. I'm tired.
What do
We're
you
all tired. Yeah?
Yeah. It's grueling when you are working for people,
The men's, the womans, actually.
yeah, in your case. And it's it's hard to get up for these things. It's you want to talk a lot of shit, but then you don't want to say too much, but then also you want to say a lot, and then also you want to slap someone, and then but there's no one to slap in the room, so you just kind of
Yeah, just
take a nap.
no. I aggressively smoke my vape,
Well, now,
which is now illegal.
what are you gonna do about that exactly?
You know what? I don't know because I will not be smoking cigarettes, so I guess I'll be miserable until we eventually move out of this state of depression, also known as Louisiana.
Yeah, it's interesting that okay, so gambling is legal in Louisiana. Sports gambling, horse track gambling,
Crawfish, Greg, gambling.
and yet
Imagine. I don't know what type of gambling that would be, but I just feel like since living down here, it's just very noticeable how obsessed people are with the crawfish. It's a real obsession, and I think this is the time for crawfish. Yeah. No. It's coming up.
it's only
It's
in
upon us.
it's only in the months that end with burr.
Well, this is the last month.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, so
So they don't do crawfish in January, February. I feel like they do. No?
I think everything else that comes through in the non-burr months
It's questionable.
is from China
Oh.
or Japan, or I don't know. It's outsourced. But
And they call them crayfish.
crayfish, if you're not from Louisiana.
That shit cray. That
But
shit cray.
when was the last time we even had crawfish?
I don't know. You and now the world knows, I do not care for crawfish. And I saw a TikTok of this lady who reports from the trap, as she says, and reports from Gotham City, aka New Orleans. And she posted a video saying, have you ever thought about the crawfish and, what are they doing now? And are they being prepared to get boiled and all this bullshit? And I'm like thinking, absolutely not. I've never thought about the crawfish, never thought about what they're doing, and never thought about how they're preparing to be boiled. This is like something that never ever crosses my mind, but made me realize that people are really obsessed with the crawfish down here and the boil of it all and the spiciness of it all and the corn of it all. And
Don't forget the potatoes and
the sausage.
Well, okay, so if you could make an analogy, New York style. All right, so basically down here, a crawfish boil is basically a get together, and
But it's like a seasonal thing.
yeah, it's sort of a reason to get together and pull out the old folding table, put some newspaper down, and every male, I feel like in Louisiana, has like their way of seasoning it, and the first batch, that's gonna be,
It's light work.
yeah, it's But the third batch, that's where the seasoning, you gotta be a man to eat that crawfish, and oh, if you wear gloves, oh, you're a pussy. Like remember when we went to New York, or we were in New York, and we went to a place that had crawfish, and they gave us a bib and some gloves.
Look, I thought I was doing something nice for you, for your culture. Listen, I look back on it now and I say WTF, but also we're in New York, so I say yay, because everything is disgusting in New York. No matter how many times you wash your hands, you're in public, it's disgusting.
Also, it
So
didn't
give
help.
me the gloves and the bib, please.
It didn't help that we were sitting literally.
We were squirting people, cracking whatever the fuck, to the people right next to us.
Yeah.
Like literally, they were right next to
We
us.
were
We could touch them
We were sitting
without even extending an
as
arm.
close as we are right now.
So New York, yeah.
Like if I would have put my elbows out, I would have knocked over the bitch's drink next to me.
Hit someone's eye and blinded them.
The point is, I don't fuck with crawfish.
You love crawfish. What are you talking about?
If it's free and it's like a social gathering, but I don't seek it. I don't buy it. When was the last time I bought crawfish?
Right. You're right. I don't remember. And you're 100% right. But
fried catfish is my shit.
Yes, you love the catfish. Catfish. But I will say that, again, I know I've said this a million times, not a fan of the crawfish. I think it's a lot of work for just like a little pay. I mean, like, we're just sucking juices, spicy juices, and
well, okay.
bits of meat,
Here's
of crawfish meat.
I'll go
bugs
back.
Of the sea. I mean, really?
Yeah, they're just insects that live underground.
Aquatic insects.
But you could say the same thing about shrimp.
Yes, I know.
And shrimp is
I know.
a delicacy, and shrimp cocktail, and rich people eat shrimp, and they're
more of a
kissing cousins.
I'm a bigger fan of the larger crustacean lobster. I'm a fan of that. Give me a lobster tail. Give me a lobster claw. Give me a Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit.
And
like that's what I'm about.
Big ass bowl of melted butter.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What's
okay,
up, guys? All right.
Ring the bell, Bosco. Yeah.
So since we've last recorded, did we have Cinnabon?
Oh yeah, we had Cinnabon. Cinnabon, the third installment of the cats, the stinkos, as I like to call them. She has settled in. She's really just in. She has taken the personality of our big boy Bosco, and she's also a menace. What else can I say?
Yeah, well, I think she looks up to her big brother as sort of a mentor. And now that the big brother, Bosco, has sort of settled down, she's taken over the role of let's wrestle. Let's fight. Let's chase each other. And now Cookie is basically a grandma and has to be coddled and hidden from, and she's
sheltered.
Terrified.
I mean, look, she went from only child, Brooklyn, New York, climbing up stoops alone, and then being terrified. just being the only one in the house, running shit basically, getting all the love. We move down here. We get Bosco,
A tabby.
a tabby fat boy, and it wasn't fun at first, and then they got used to each other, and now we have new Cinnabon,
Another tabby.
who we also think is a bobcat somehow, and she's acting crazy. Like it's like a power dynamic. Got two queen bitches in the house. What they both need to realize is that I'm the queen bitch,
Oh,
and
damn.
that they need to get their shit together. That's what they really need to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well,
They haven't realized this yet. They will.
I think the point is Cinnabon has too much energy. And like the energy dynamic between all three of the cats are
It's like
shifting.
it's like we had kids, but like waited like years to have the next kid, and they're just like they hate each other because like one is older and the other one is just like not, and like they don't have anything in common.
And the female dynamic as well.
Yes. Hormones, bitches, hormones.
Even though they're all fixed, they're all basically non-binary if you think about it. But there's still some sort of like,
It's like a pheromone.
yeah, they feel something towards each other. But enough about our cats. Let's talk about our fucking frogs, which one just got lost in the ether here. Let's no, he's fine.
We have a Australian tree frog, as you may know.
Chameleon, 3 tree frogs, one that just appeared that I thought was a roach. 4 anoles.
Lizards.
Yep.
Little baby lizards.
And yeah. I mean, we are crazy people.
Yeah. And, we have some crickets around the house because they like to escape. So I found one in the bed the other day. There was another on the wall the other day. And, I'm just going to pat myself on the back about this because I've actually have not been scared of them. Like, I've actually been killing them.
Right.
And I'm proud of myself.
Roaches, on
I
the
don't
other
know.
hand.
Yeah, that's thank you. Thank you for that segue because I don't feel the same about roaches. I picked up a dead roach once
What?
because my young little baby cat Cinnabon killed it for me, and I will be eternally grateful for her for that because I can't count on the other cats. They're little bitches, and yeah, Cinnabon is about that street life. She is a cat of the wild, and
Yeah, she's like
she still has that like feisty side.
yeah, she's a boss, and she's the only cat that actually eats scrap food. Like where
Chicken, biscuits,
if you just throw some
eggs,
fucking
cheese.
food on the ground, she'll just eat it up. And that's something that Bosco and Cookie never do. They sniff it and they just like walk away. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of cats are y'all? Like,
Bosco sometimes, but Cookie, I mean, never ever since we've gotten her. She's so bougie. She doesn't even like wet food. What kind of cat doesn't like wet food?
I don't want to
She
fuck.
doesn't even like tuna. She just like the juice, the water
Right,
from the
right.
tuna. She just wants to lick it up, drink it up. She's not nomming on anything.
I don't get any of these animals, but I love them all. Even little Jerry, the chameleon. And you know what? When you're in Louisiana and you got no social life. You just fucking acquire animals.
We should open a zoo.
I mean, we are living amongst a zoo.
Yeah, let's just open it up. Let people come in. And this is a snowshoe cat. And this is a chameleon. And this is an Australian tree frog. You can pet them, but be careful.
How many of these creatures are we going to keep when we move?
I would say all of them at first, but I don't know what's gonna happen on the move to wherever we're moving.
To be determined.
Some may die on the trek, like the Oregon Trail, so we have to be prepared for
Dysentery.
that. Yeah, we have to just be prepared.
Well, they all have really cool names, so we'll keep you updated.
We will miss anyone who leaves us, and we already have 2 tombstones for 2 anole lizards that we have lost in the past year.
Well, they were eaten by someone who's still
Is that
with
any better?
We are harvesting a cannibal.
Well, we separated the cannibal now, so everyone is okay now. We had to learn the hard way, and I feel terrible, especially for the last guy.
Well, okay, so when we got Dobbs, this big ass Australian tree frog, I mean, he was the size of a fucking thumb, right?
And now he's the size of a
ball sack.
Whoa.
I mean, just
I would say like a light bulb.
okay.
Yeah. A light bulb. Yes. Because not everyone's ball sack is
Ball
that
sack.
size. Not Bosco's, of course.
Well, they took it from him.
Exactly.
What would you think about putting them all in the same cage at the same time and just seeing what happened?
I feel like that's a little inhumane.
Okay, who would come out on top though? Because I feel like
little Jerry the chameleon.
I think Jerry and
the
Dobbs,
Australian tree frog. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't think Jerry will fuck with the tree frog, Dobbs, Australian guy, because he is a big boy. Width wise, he's definitely bigger than little Jerry. Jerry's just a long man who likes to do splits and show his bits.
Yeah, that's a weird thing about this chameleon is that he'll actually spread his legs or hers. We still don't know the sex of this.
I think we determined it was a male.
A male? Okay.
I think so.
Definitely likes to climb among the foliage and spread the legs.
Yeah, amongst the little twigs that we have in there, he likes to spread out, air out, air his grievances.
And its crown is
crowning.
It's bigger than ever. But he's a hissy man.
He just doesn't like people, and he especially doesn't like me.
All right, so
especially doesn't like my hair for some reason.
Yeah, I think the only reason he tolerates me is because he associates me with food. because
Right, right.
I am the one that provides the crickets and the worms for him. So, but even me, he gets a little tissue with. And that's something I only learned recently because chameleons are apparently just kind of solitary assholes. And had I known this, maybe we wouldn't have gotten the little cute motherfucker.
Yeah, you're a spontaneous guy. It's fine.
He was,
I like Lil Jerry. I like looking at him. He is thriving. Um, and I just want to see him live longer.
yeah, trust me, he's living his best life because we got him the fucking heat lamp, the UVB lamp, the fucking dripper for his water. I mean, the dude would not survive in the outside world. I mean, this is like a precious little creature, pampered little creature. And I would, this is the point I go back to, is that because I had this conversation with one of my friends, and it's like, why would you keep all these animals in cages? And I was like, well, they're being kept in much smaller cages at pet stores, so they're already fucked. So I'd
Right.
much rather have them in my home where I can care for them and provide a little better life for them. Because if you were to release any of these creatures that we own, cats included, they'd be fucking not well, bro.
Eaten by a hawk or a falcon or whatever they have down here.
I mean, just the idea of, okay, let's say we let all the cats out, right? And they had to fend for themselves. There would be, I don't know, I guess Cinnabon being the fucking street cat that she is, because that's how she showed up. She just showed up on our doorstep and kind of just busted her way through.
Yeah,
And
she knew what she wanted.
but all these other pampered frogs, chameleons, everything else, they wouldn't know how to fucking survive.
Right.
They'd get eaten by cats. They'd be run over by cars. I mean,
Eaten by a possum.
oh, definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got some vicious and savage raccoons, possums. Fuck, I haven't seen a rat yet, but
Dude, I haven't seen a rat, honestly. I have not seen a rat
since
since we
Instagram,
moved to New York. Like, moved from New York. Like, I have not seen a rat at all. Now, wait, do you have rats down here?
oh, at the business slash restaurant slash bar that I work at, oh yeah,
No. No. Wait, you've
I'll
seen them in the establishment?
not in the actual establishment, but we have, areas where we store items,
Right.
and mostly by the dumpster where
Yum.
most rats thrive, even in New York City, especially in New York City. Um, but yeah, they're here.
Wow. But I haven't really seen one. And I think like our neighborhood, there there are a lot of strays, and maybe they're keeping the buddies at bay.
Yeah,
That's all I could think of.
I think stray cats are the best friend, or regular cats. That's that's like the main thing that people in New York get cats for,
Right.
is
Yeah, that
to
is very true.
kind of keep them away from the territory.
The territory, or catch them, or whatever.
Yeah. So this has been Animal Planet for you.
Bitty Planet. Bitty Animal Planet.
What lies ahead for this December?
So we got like 2 weeks left of busting our ass, and then we are off for holiday.
Yeah, so we're going to Florida for Christmas. And oh, we got a new car. That's something that's pretty exciting.
A little sporty thing, you know. I mean, not really. No one would ever call it a sporty thing, but like, I feel like it's kind of sporty.
Bro, I can go really fast when
Oh,
I
you can
need
go
to.
from 0 to 100 real
No, it's 0 to 60 in like
quick.
4 seconds. But you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm getting jammed up, you know what I'm saying, and like I need a
You can bob
maneuver.
and weave.
I can bob and weave. Where our last car, you step on the gas as hard as possible, and it's like,
We're still in the same spot.
it's like a grandma getting out of a fucking rocking chair. So this thing zips, it bobs, it weaves. Shit, I even started driving Uber because of it, because it's just like clean as fuck. It's got the little fucking what is that? The little TV thing there on the dashboard. It's got the Bluetooth. You can fucking.
Yep.
I mean, look.
It's a nice little car, and we are going to test the limits, and we're driving to Florida.
St. Pete.
And we're going to test it out, how it does on a long trip. Very excited about a road trip, actually. Even though I am terrified of driving on the freeway.
It's I-10. It's a straight shot.
I know. I've done it before.
You can
but I'm
basically
scared.
you can close your eyes and just put it on cruise control and you're good. I'm not recommending that. I'm just saying it's possible.
We will be documenting our little roadie trip. So stay tuned for that. We are going to be stopping at places. We're just going to be being fucking crazy. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
I don't know about the crazy
I'm excited
part.
for driving with you, packing a cooler with snacks, drinks,
Candies,
munchies.
All right, let's move to some news. Speaking of people driving,
No.
a 12-year-old in Ann Arbor, Michigan, this little boy was caught driving a forklift that sent him on a police chase, and he happened to hit 10 vehicles along the way.
Whoa.
And this was at 7:20 p.m. The boy stopped shortly after, and he was taken into custody. All right, so at 12 years old, what was like the craziest shit you ever did?
At 12 years old, I don't even know what I was doing at 12 years old. What grade was I in?
Like, I think at 12 years old, I was sneaking out of my window to go to Sonic to get some tater tots. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then jumping back in my window and acting like nothing happened. You know, like stealing a fucking forklift and damaging cars and getting chased by the police. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I don't know what the craziest thing I did at 12. And I was pretty just like a straight edge Catholic school bitch. um, I think I joined the basketball team at 12. The first ever women's basketball team at my school.
Got your nose broke?
Why did you have to bring that up? I was just a kid. And some dumb bitch didn't know how to play basketball. And it was probably also my fault too, but I'm going to blame the other person for just literally turning around with the basketball and just throwing it right in my face. Like, hey, hi. I wasn't 6 feet then, but I was pretty damn fucking tall. Like, you couldn't miss me, girl. That's all I gotta say about that.
Were you down in the block, like playing center, or like what was this? Do you remember like the formation or like what the play was? Or?
I feel like somebody on our team tried to put up a basket and they may have missed, and the other team caught the rebound and just like turned around and just threw it in my face.
Oh, so it wasn't friendly fire, it was intentional probably.
I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just like, you dumb bitch. That's what I think it was.
Okay. Well,
you dumb bitch. Can't remember the name of the school, but it was definitely some school in the Bronx. Definitely some other Catholic school. Definitely in Parkchester. Not that that means anything, but yeah.
And she's definitely not in the WNBA.
I don't know. Probably not.
In uplifting news, I just found this because it came up on my feed, but a woman by the name of Julia Stewart started working as a waitress for IHOP when she was 16. Years later, she eventually became the president of their competitor, Applebee's.
Applebee's is the competitor of IHOP?
Apparently.
Let's go to IHOP.
When Applebee's didn't offer her the position of CEO, she left to become the CEO of IHOP, and then she bought Applebee's.
Who is this lady? I want to know everything about her.
Dude, we should have her on the podcast. I mean, like,
I want to know, like, this is a businesswoman. Like, she got it done. She did what she needed to do. And I respect that. By all means. You know, there was no murder involved, so I really do respect all of this.
Well, we don't know.
That's true. We do not know. Allegedly. No murder involved.
Allegedly. I just think, any kind of story like that deserves a fucking movie. You know? Like the
McDonald's
The McDonald's
guy.
movie.
Yeah.
I downloaded that recently with
You never seen
Nicholas
that movie?
Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Wait,
I thought we watched that together. We didn't watch that together?
No.
I think I watched that when I was working at the school. And I think we watched that in the school. And it was a really good movie.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for it randomly Like, it was like just a clip, and I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to watch that. And
Love Michael
that
Keaton.
and Birdman. Didn't he do a
He
movie?
did Birdman, yeah.
Both movies
Michael
that I
Keaton
need to
is
see.
that dude, though. He is that dude.
Dude,
He is that dude because
original Batman.
original Batman, and he fucking killed it. Like, I don't give a shit about anyone else after that.
I don't know.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
He's right
look.
there. He just appeared on our screens. He knows we're talking about him.
Yeah, I don't know. What? There's one other Batman that I kind of felt did a good job. I'm trying to
Christian
think.
Bale?
No, fuck no.
Don't tell me it was Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, bro.
Are you fucking
Yes,
kidding me?
dude. Yes.
Do you know who another Batman was?
Clooney.
Yeah, he sucked ass. But Val Kilmer, dude, what the fuck?
I don't know. I have a thing for him.
It's Michael Keaton, then Christian Bale,
Dude, fuck
then
Bale. Fuck
then
Bale.
Val Kilmer, and then like I guess
Ben
Clooney,
Affleck.
But then there was a Ben Affleck one. We didn't even watch that
Fuck
one.
that. Dude, whoever was the Batman when
Oh, and the other guy
Heath
from
Ledger?
Twilight. The other guy from Twilight.
Oh, that guy can suck my entire asshole. And I
What
wouldn't
is
even
his name?
let him. I'd be like, oh yeah, hey, come suck my asshole. And he would go to like do it.
You'd be like, no,
And I'd be like, psh,
no.
get out of my asshole, sir. I can't. All these little
Homophobe.
youngsters, man, fuck Chalamet and all. Man, fuck off. Like, I'm not impressed with any of you fucks.
Well, speaking of young guys, Macaulay Culkin just got his Hollywood star.
Yeah, bravo for him. And the mom that played his mom or whatever.
Catherine O'Hara.
She was there, and that was a touching moment. Good.
It
good
was
shit.
a touching moment. I saw his little speech, and I did tear up a little bit, and I thought it was really nice. And that's a success story that I appreciate. He did go through a lot of hard times. Obviously, he was a child star, so you know what that means, dude. And he was also best friends with Michael Jackson, so that's like a whole nother situation that you may want to like think about on your own time.
I'm bad.
Also,
you know it.
He's a godparent of one of his children, so interesting.
Yeah, during that whole Walk of Fame or whatever thing,
Star
of Hollywood, guess who wasn't there?
Michael Jackson.
Well, that's pretty obvious. But his crazy brother with the long hair was there.
Kieran.
But
the other one with the long hair.
No, he was there. The guy from
Kieran?
Succession wasn't there.
What's his name?
Fuck if I know.
Wait, I thought that was Kieran. No, I
No.
think Kieran was the one with the long hair. He was there. Shady or nah? Shady.
Or just like
Busy schedules.
Succession.
They're not doing like Succession in real life with the Culkin brothers.
Yes, dude. Come on. Put it together. It's like I'm above this shit.
No, Kieran is the guy from Succession.
Right.
Rory is the other one that was there. Rory
Yes.
Culkin. Okay.
The crazy looking dude. Like
Rory.
out of all of them, he looks most insane.
I like his look. I like the long hair.
Remember that movie we watched where he was like the cult member and he was only in the movie for like maybe 3 minutes.
Remember that show we watched where they showed his dick?
I think I blocked that out of my memory.
The chick that was obsessed with the Beyonce type character, and she was like murdering people. So she like
Oh
hooked up with him in like
yeah.
the first episode or
God,
something.
what the fuck was that? God, that was
It was called like Bees or
Beehive or
something, or
something.
yeah.
That was a great ass show
That was a crazy show. That was a crazy show.
that we can't even come up with the name for.
Look,
We're
look.
awesome. We're
I
fucking
am
awesome.
terrible at names. We literally just had a conversation about all like the amazing Korean shows and movies that we saw. I couldn't remember all of them. I had to explain them to you and be like, "Oh yeah, remember this and like this happened and blah 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 and so died." And all
Remember
this shit."
Parasite?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think it was called like The Hive or some. It was basically some crazy black chick who was obsessed with like
A
meeting
Beyonce type character.
meeting a Beyonce type star, and she did everything and anything to get to that concert, even though she was fucking broke. And
She never made it.
in her mind, she did. Not to spoil anything, but you know, what's it called?
I'm looking it up.
In other news, New York's finest continue to bolt from the job at an alarming rate. So, police in New York are dropping like flies, not being killed, just straight up quitting the force because
Oh, it's called Swarm.
yeah, Swarm. Yeah, okay. Everybody go watch Swarm.
Childish Gambino.
So we left New York for a variety of reasons, but
Right. Okay. Yes.
it's only gotten
Yes.
crazier, weirder.
Look, let's. Okay. Yes. We're talking about the NYPD. NYPD governs all of the 5 boroughs. We were living in one of the 5 boroughs. I don't want to lump like the whole state of New York into this. It's just like a borough, city, inner city issue. Yes.
But I mean, how little are they getting paid to do some crazy ass shit on a day-to-day basis to where they're just, nah, I'm good. I'll go work at CVS.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of risk involved. Even though the NYPD has implemented the robot police roaming around in the subways
Right. Which,
and whatnot,
what could go wrong?
But they have not been helping because things have also just still been happening, and we got this robot, not really patrolling or doing what it needs to do.
Hey, guess what? A crazy person on crack could pick up that robot and throw it into the subway tracks. Yes or yes?
Probably.
Crack strength? Yes. So be careful, New York. In other news, former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who was convicted of murdering George Floyd. Hey, you remember that whole story? Well,
It was a terrible time in 2020.
it was.
2020 was the worst fucking time.
I mean, you could argue 9/11, kind of sucked too.
Yeah, but like, did that like directly affect you personally?
It's
Just saying.
It's okay. Okay, here's what I will say. Even though I wasn't living in New York, it did start to make me think that the world wasn't all peaches and cream for the first time.
Well, that is like a blessing and a curse because I've never felt that way, and I wish I felt that way at least once in my life.
Well, hey, if you live in good old Lafayette, Louisiana, where you can raise a family and go out to the state country fair and, raise a family and, go out to the country fair and, raise a family. That's all I knew back then. I was a sophomore in high school.
Right.
I'd never seen anything like that.
We've never experienced anything like that in our lifetime, even though there was a bombing at the World Trade Center. In like 1993 or something like that.
Undercovered.
And I mean, I was 3 years old, so obviously I didn't know about that. But it wasn't like that big of a deal. There was other shit that's gone on, other terrorist attacks. There was like something in Ohio, maybe, I believe, it's like some building that's not really talked about that much.
Oh, I mean, the bombing in Waco, Texas.
Wacko!
And, I mean, yeah, there's been plenty of fucking horrific incidences, but that was the true moment where I was...
That was like breaking fucking news.
Well,
When... like, else has there been breaking news like that, honestly? O.J. Simpson?
Yeah, but that coincided with my birthday, and I was supposed to go see Jurassic Park. And,
Wait.
and that got canceled, so I was kind of pissed off.
Hold up. Wait, the fuck? Wait. Have I never known this? Wait, the O.J. Simpson chase was on your birthday?
It was in or around that time. It was like, that birthday weekend.
Producer, hold up. Can you look this up, please?
It was in June. I know it was in June. Right?
Producer, are you looking this up?
Cookie.
Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, this happened on June 17th, 1994. Okay,
so
just a couple days later.
Right, but I think my birthday was like on like a Monday or some shit.
So this was like the weekend.
And it was supposed to be the weekend, and then, Also, oh my God, dude. Oh shit. This was also in the same year. Okay, so Jurassic Park was out or some shit, and I really wanted to go see it. Then I'm at Girard Park, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from where we're staying right now. And I'm out there playing in what is now covered in grass, but it used to be a fucking little creek. Okay?
Ew.
And I'm out there playing in the mud, and I discover a fucking gun. I've never told you about this.
What? Wait. What? Oh my God. Wait, you discovered a gun in a creek.
So
That's so Louisiana.
I'm just fucking playing around in the dirt.
What are you doing in the dirt? What are you doing? What are you digging for? What are you doing?
Ask my parents, first of all. Second of all, yeah. So I'm creaking around. And in my mind I'm like looking for like minnows or whatever, a cool rock or a fucking arrowhead. Back then I used to be obsessed with like arrowheads, like, oh my God, the Indians. Oh
my God, the Indians. We're living on their land. The Indians. Are there any arrowheads around? The Indians.
Well, because, okay, to backtrack even more, at my grandparents' in North Louisiana, there was an Indian ground where there were a lot of arrowheads around. So I was obsessed with that notion of finding arrowheads. I thought that was like the coolest shit in the world. I was into that. Anyway, so I'm going through like the creek and I find a fucking gun, dude. And then the police get involved.
Oh, shit. What?
And that put a fucking damper on me going to see Jurassic Park with fucking Jeff Goldblum and Newman from Seinfeld.
Okay. All right. So this happened.
And then
around
OJ.
the same time as OJ Simpson
Simpson
was driving away in the fucking white Bronco. OJ and the police ruined your what birthday? This was 1997.
So I was 13. No, that math isn't right.
I was 7 in 1997. Well, I was 6, gonna go turn 7 in
Yeah,
August.
I was like 11 or 12.
Okay.
Turning 12. Turning 13, maybe. I don't know. Because it was a PG-13 movie. So I was looking forward to it. I don't know.
I think you were turning 13.
Point
Yes.
is, I just remember the OJ chase coupled with me finding a fucking gun.
I wish that was headline news instead of OJ. Kid finds gun in creek
at Girard Park in Lafayette, Louisiana. Yeah. So that was a interesting year, but and guess what present I got that year? Can't remember. In other news, yeah, so back to Derek Chauvin.
Oh yeah, Chauvin. We didn't talk about Chauvin. Okay, so yes. Charged with killing George Floyd, 2020 bad year. So it was what I read, some Mexican gangster who was like 50 something or whatever, who stabbed, what's his name? Derek, whatever.
Derek
like 22
fuckface.
times.
Yeah, it was.
And this is not a quote, but I'm sure he'd be like, and I do it again.
Right. Yeah, because you have to double down. I mean, if you're going to do it, like, fucking do it. Like, you could have just slit his throat. You didn't have to fucking. Like, we've been watching all these Korean films and shows.
Obsessed.
And, you're not really allowed guns unless you're an officer of the law.
The gun laws are very strict. Even that show we just watched called My Name, they were police officers, but they had to check out their guns.
Mm-hmm.
Sign it in and out.
And you have like a serial number attached to your name.
Exactly.
So any of your bullets that are found go directly back to you, which I think is actually a pretty good idea.
Pretty smart. Korea knows what they're doing for the most part.
South Korea.
Like, do we have to say that all the time?
I think some people don't know the difference.
You think we're talking about the North? You think we're talking about North Korea?
Babe.
Yeah.
I don't think some people know the difference.
All right. Let's do a little lesson. Okay? The North, no bueno. The South, Gucci.
Amazing.
Okay. So South Korea knows what they're doing for the most part.
Great films, great movies, great
Gun
series,
laws.
great gun laws.
We did watch that documentary though about the crowd crush that happened in a district of Seoul, where
Yeah.
over
A bunch of
100
gays got
people got crushed, trampled, suffocated in a dense crowd in an alleyway in this area of Seoul, Korea.
It was like,
And multiple 911 calls were made to control this situation, and the police did not respond.
it was during like Halloween, and
This
everybody
was during Halloween,
dressed up.
and they do not celebrate Halloween in South Korea.
But in
This was a thing that was brought by foreigners, foreign exchange students that have lived there, trying to just celebrate and bring their culture. It's become more of a thing now.
And it was a lot of artists and gays. Yes.
Right. Like this was a what people may describe as a different crowd, community.
It was like Mardi Gras for South Korea.
Sure.
For
yes.
Seoul. It yeah, very disturbing. I still feel like, let's say me and you were there, okay? For those of you all 15 of you that are listening to this podcast, watch the documentary, but what would we have done differently?
I mean, it's hard to say.
But
I would definitely, it's hard to say, but for me, I may have not walked through the most crowded area. I would have definitely walked around, and people probably would have not liked that. But I'm not a big fan of crowds anymore, at least.
Here's the first thing I thought of when I saw how tight and how
compact.
Yeah, it was way too many people, and people were being suffocated, and it was just, chaos. And what's the first thing I would do? Go into turtle mode at the edge of a fucking building and just fucking crouch down and try to ride it out.
Well, that's what people were doing. Some of the people that were in the documentary did that, and they have lived to tell the tale.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But it could have been hard. You never know. People behind you could have been falling on you. It could have been worse. So, I mean, the people that survived are very lucky. It's terrible. It's a concept that I'm still trying to wrap my head around, but we know we've seen that in recent days in America, where people have been crushed by a crowd, aka Travis Scott concert.
Yeah. And I mean, what? Some people died at a Taylor Swift concert in Argentina recently?
I think it was Brazil.
Or Brazil? Yeah.
I think it was Brazil, maybe. Yes.
I mean, it's just like, okay, so you're hyped up for this event. You're probably intoxicated on some sort of substance.
Right.
And you're not thinking clearly. And then you throw in the chaos factor, and your mind just isn't thinking properly. So then you factor all that in with other people who may be a little fucking retarded, and you might get trampled, or you might get, just there's so many factors, and it's.
Well, that's why it's scary, and I don't want to be around crowds anymore.
Well, I mean, just think about like shit that happens on planes. I mean, just that's what? How many people are on the average flight? What, like 300?
No,
Maybe
like
less.
200.
200.
Well, recently someone had jumped out the exit door
Right.
of a plane, not a train, a plane. I think leaving from Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, I think it was actually New Orleans. Leaving from New Orleans, and they at least they were not like in flight in the air. But someone had jumped out the emergency door, and
What was their
people were,
reasoning again? Like it
I
was
don't know
like
what the
it
reasoning
was like a call from God or something. Like
I don't know what the reasoning was.
every
Probably alcohol. I have no idea.
every motherfucker on these plain Instagram, TikTok videos, like they look insane, and then they become famous, and it's like the woman that said that motherfucker's not real,
Right.
or I'm famous, blah blah blah. Like it's just like actual insane people.
Yeah, but I don't think they become famous. They become infamous.
Well,
They're
no,
not famous
they get
for what they're
they
doing.
get put on fucking talk shows like The View and shit, and they're like,
But it's
recount
because-
your story.
It's because it's an interesting story, but doesn't mean that they're famous. It means, they're known for doing a ridiculous thing. That's called infamy. And some people don't give a shit. They're like, oh, at least people are talking about me. That's good for me. But like, really, it's like, you're dumb, you bitch, and fuck you for just doing some dumb shit, especially on a plane. Like, that is the worst time to do some dumb shit. Do it at a bar. Do it before you get on the plane. Do whatever, but on a plane, you're risking people's lives, okay? You're risking the pilots being distracted by your fucking nonsense. Do not do that.
Yeah, do it at like an Applebee's or an IHOP,
A Target.
In other news, an Iowa man was arrested after caught masturbating at a gas station named Come and Go. I mean,
That was planned.
Are
He
we living
planned
in
that.
a simulation, or
He planned that. He's been thinking about it ever since he went to that gas station for the first time. He said, wow, it'd be great coming literally at this gas station called the Come and Go. Because I'm going to come and I'm going to go home and wash up. That's exactly what that person was thinking.
And look at his. All right, describe to the listeners his face.
Oh, disgusting.
And read the name of the man.
First of all, he's an older gentleman with some like 12 o'clock shadow. And his name is Kenneth Kelly. I like the alliteration, but Kenneth Kelly. Woo. Ken Kelly. KK.
Have you ever met a...
Middle name probably also starts with a K. Who knows? That's what he looks like.
Wow. That's...
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Yes or yes.
Kenneth.
Kenneth K. Kelly.
Kenneth, we need to have a talk. So, It's a no-go on the masturbation at gas stations. Yes or yes?
I mean, what's getting you riled up? Is it the name of the gas station? What's getting you frisky? What's getting you in the mood at the gas station? Is it the smell of the gas?
Dude, okay,
Because some
all
people
right, all
really
right.
love that, and I understand.
Hypothetical. Maybe there's like some smoking hot, like 17-year-old girl that's working the
Oh, you perv. Okay.
yeah, so like maybe that's what his end game was. Like, I'm gonna go buy a bag of Doritos and a Red Bull from.
Was he inside of the convenience store? Or was he in his car
Well, maybe he had
at
to,
the pump
maybe.
pumping one out?
Wow. Okay, I'll give you a name for that. So maybe he premeditated this and he knew that. Let's just call her Kelly for the alliteration.
Ooh.
Kelly and Kenneth. Maybe he like just, he was like, this is the day I'm gonna do it. And he's like, he took his Viagra that morning and drank a few tall boys before he went in, and he was like, I gotta go see Kelly at the old come and go. And boy, I'm gonna really just fucking rock one out this time. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm putting out hypotheticals.
Mm.
You're not a man. You don't understand these things.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? A woman named Kelly marrying someone with the last name Kelly.
Kelly.
That's what I'm thinking about right now.
I mean, maybe she led him on, and
Because she was like, I need to have that last name.
yeah, she was like, I'm into it, and
Kelly Kells.
shout out. Back to New York news, and actually, this isn't just about one person, but a lot of allegations have been coming out against people. Oh, I'm sorry. Mans who have been accused of sexually assaulting people back in 1993 or whatever year. But in this case, your mayor, Madeline, because you were born in New York, Eric Adams, has been accused of sexually assaulting a former colleague in 1993, and a lawsuit filed just before the deadline for the Adult Survivors Act. Now, this has also happened with, what's his name? Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Fuck Boy, also Jamie Foxx. Also happened in New York City in 2015. Like, all these things are coming out decades. Like, where has all this been? And not saying they should be given a statute of limitations, because I'm pretty sure that is never like a. I think sexual misconduct is one of the only things that cannot be under the statute of limitations. But for a mayor, a famous entertainer, like, those things, where are they coming from, and why did it take so long?
I think some people just, there's a right time and there's a right place to come out and tell their story about certain things.
Like, have they been like paying them off over the years,
No,
and then
I don't think so.
all of a sudden the payments stop, and then that's when they come out with it?
I don't think so. I think it's more of like, I'm done being silent about this. And look, I agree. Just fucking tear down the goddamn walls. And for P. Diddy, I'd like to speak on that. Fuck that asshole. And he's had it coming. And I'm glad he's getting what he deserves. Even though he did pay off Cassie with this shit. This shit was covered up real quick. Cassie deserves everything though. She deserves all the money and everything. And P. Diddy's downfall. I agree. That guy's a creep, dude.
What about Jamie Foxx? He played Ray amazingly.
I've actually never seen that movie.
Me either. And I never will.
And but you know, didn't he win some award for it? I'm down with that.
Also, you know, there's something.
There's a movie I do want to see him in. I'll tell you about it later. But
well, no, go.
I don't remember what it's called,
okay.
so
Okay.
I'll tell you about it later.
There's something about talent and entitlement.
I agree. That's what. Okay, I'm not saying like, oh, like I don't believe the Jamie Foxx thing. Like whatever, I give him a pass or whatever. I don't give him a pass. Like whatever he did, like he did or he didn't do, it all needs to come out to light. But fucking P. Diddy, fuck that dude. Like that dude is not a good dude. He's not good, and he's never been good. And there's no credibility there because he's never been good. He's made music. He's never been good at that. Like, he's not good. He's just not a good dude.
Yeah, anytime you change your name like multiple times, I mean, with
P. Diddy to Diddy? Excuse me, where the fuck did the P go?
I mean, with the exception of
Where did
Prince,
the P come from?
You know, Prince kind of.
Prince can do that because that guy is a musical genius. He can play instruments. He's created music. He's created bands. Like, Prince is on a totally different level bracket of P. Diddy.
Here's what I mean, I totally agree. I mean, the dude is fucking swag.
I mean, Prince has done his own shady shit too, but you know.
That's what I was just about to say. Like, swag level 100. And dude wore high heels because he was 5'6", and apparently he had a fucking jump shot. And he was from Minnesota. That's awesome. But if he was still alive, you think there might be some allegations out there about him?
Oh, yes.
So it's just there's something about being, you know, really rich, really talented, and, you know.
That's why they say more money, more problems. Hello.
I agree. Let's end on some positive news.
Woo!
For us alcoholics out there.
Boo.
Scientists have created a drink that cuts the blood alcohol level in half in just 30 minutes. So it's called a safety shot, which is a revolutionary blood alcohol detox drink. It's set to launch later this year, aiming to transform the hangover cure market. With a patented formula, it pledges to have half blood alcohol content, mitigating hangovers and alcohol poisoning risks. It is the biggest disruption in the drink market. It is scientifically proven to enhance metabolic metabolic
Bitch.
pathways, creating a protective stomach layer.
I
So
mean,
base
seems healthy, but also seems risky.
right, because then you don't know like the how fucked up you are, and it can kind of like mask. I mean, look, everybody has their own tolerance, and I think anything that will help, you know, alcohol is such an evil chemical that I mean, some people can handle it, some people can't, but it can help, if this thing can help at all, I mean, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? And like certain cultures can't even handle it. Like Asians are known to like they can't metabolize alcohol as well as other cultures. I think Russians can literally drink an entire pint of vodka and not even, feel anything.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't know. I think something like this has been coming for a while, and it's kind of strange that it hasn't happened sooner.
Technologic. Technologic.
I mean, look,
Technologic.
Snoop Dogg, he says he's quitting smoking. But you know what he's going to do? Take gummies.
No, that was a whole advertisement.
So, okay.
So he posted that he's gonna quit smoking, and then like a couple days later, it was an ad for like
His new brand of
no,
smoke.
it wasn't. It wasn't even had anything to do with marijuana. It had something to do with uh like a smokeless fireplace or something like that.
Ah, so it was
It was an ad.
false.
It was an ad.
But then he said some shit like, "Please give me like privacy," or
Yes, he
like
was. It was being. He was
he
being dramatic. He was getting everyone's attention. It's fucking Snoop Dogg, dude. Dude is gonna do anything, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I
He has
love.
a fucking. You know those Elf on a Shelf? He has one that's called Snoop on a Stoop,
Wow.
and that's fucking awesome.
Well, aside from his music, just his narration alone.
Yes.
Like if I didn't even know that he made music, if I if I didn't even know that he made music, and it was just like some random ass dude making music or making commentary on, meerkats running amok or frogs jumping on each other, like that shit would be hilarious enough for me to love him.
Oh yeah. Yes, I would. I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to do that, for sure.
It's
National Geographic, it's your move.
and I think I will meet Snoop Dogg one day. Think
I hope so.
think of how many people have met Snoop Dogg.
A lot of people. He's just that dude.
He'll be somewhere that we're at, and
One day.
we'll just happen to bump into him.
That'll be the greatest day of my life.
We're manifesting it right now.
We're gonna meet you one day, Snoop Dogg. Trust and believe.
And
Let's go to LA.
Well, yeah, we have to get to LA or wherever he's living. And I will bring up the fact that at one point he changed his name to Snoop Lion. And
Oh,
that,
when he made that reggae album,
yeah,
the reggae album,
you said it.
Snoop Lion.
I didn't say it. That might not be the best icebreaker, but maybe he'll take it in stride.
Yo, if we saw Snoop Dogg and we said, "Yo, Snoop Lion," he would embrace us.
Probably so.
He would embrace
Probably
that
so.
for sure.
Unless we were like being rude about it. You have anything else? Any takebacks? Any regrets? Any?
Absolutely not.
Do you have any? Okay. Do you have any predictions for the NFL games tomorrow? The Kansas City Chiefs are going into Lambeau. Do you think Taylor Swift will be at the game?
Bitch, you think I give a shit about Taylor Swift?
I know you don't.
Look, I don't think she's going to be at the game. She's not going to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and eating cheese curds.
She's not
fried cheese curds.
She's not that bitch.
She's not that bitch. She's probably like, it's too cold. Or I think she's on tour. No?
No.
She's not on tour anymore?
Well, it's been halted because of the death that happened in South America.
So it would be weird if she was to be at a football game, though.
You know who's going to be there? Simone Biles.
As she should.
Supporting her man, Jonathan Owens.
Eating cheese curds.
Yo, I wonder what it must be like.
Cheese curds.
Okay, so imagine. All right, so Jonathan Owens isn't like the greatest,
but he's been doing some
NFL
things. He's been doing some things.
Yeah. But he's like probably like a tier 3 NFL player out of 5.
Yeah.
And Simone Biles is like tier 1 gymnast.
Almost number 1, basically.
Yeah.
In the U.S., at least.
I mean, basically worldwide. So what would she's living in Green Bay right now. And I mean, we've been there. I just wonder I wonder what it's like for her to be living in Green Bay with your above average husband playing for the Green Bay Packers.
It's probably an adjustment, but probably they're probably living a really good life though in Green Bay.
And they're probably very much in love for,
having to live in Green Bay.
Well, the last place he played was in Houston. And Houston is, more of like a, hot spot. But taking that Lambeau leap to Green Bay and, kind of, I mean, imagine going to Target as Simone Biles in Green Bay. Right? I mean, probably a lot of people wouldn't even recognize her. They'd just be like, oh.
Oh, that's not true. I think a lot of people would recognize Simone Biles.
Really?
Crazy? Yes. Dude, the Olympics is like worldwide. Like people watch the Olympics and people are very into it.
I think Green Bay is probably like the best place to go if you're a celebrity.
Right. I think Green Bay is just like very like low key. It's not like hype. There's not like paparazzi everywhere. It's not like you can't go anywhere.
Well, yeah, like
it's fucking Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Even the players like can go to Walmart and Target and Quick Trip and It's not like living in Los
That's why you want
Angeles.
to move to Green Bay so bad. Because, like, you could just be out and about. You'd be like, oh,
Romeo
it's
Dobbs.
Dobbs, dude. Like, what?
And just dap him up and then just be on my way. It's not like I'm like, oh man, oh god, and there's like all these
Oh, it's the
cameras
quad
there.
father.
Yeah.
Oh.
AJ Dillon. Why your yards per carry so down? I wonder if people heckled
Oh
him.
my God, it's Jair Alexander. Hey, would you do a 2-minute podcast with me?
Dude, I would do that though. And he would probably do it because he's that bombacious, you know? He's bombastic, I'm sorry. But
Oh shit, it's J Love. He's him.
wow. No. We'll see tomorrow night. But Tyrese Halliburton is him.
Ooh.
And I'll leave it at that. Until next time, bless you, Biddy.
Bless you.